Welcome to Sword Board. This is David, or Monkey, and I am with, who am I with today?
Me,
This is Oscar.
Oscar. Or Oscar's alternative ego, Oscar T.
Yes. Um, we've been wanting to do this for a while, kind of go through some of the information we got in the articles. But this is our first real opportunity to. I have read the article. I know what is in it. Oscar does not. So this is going to be his first impressions of the new hero. First thing, since you know nothing about this article, who this character is, do you know who Maya Lopez is? What her hero name is?
No. This seems like a little farther down the Marvel rabbit hole than I've gone personally.
Hmm. Have you seen any of the Disney Marvel shows?
Yes.
Which ones? I'm just out of curiosity.
Most of them.
Okay. Uh,
Except for the How the Makings and the other one.
okay.
But it's also been a minute.
Yeah. So that Maya Lopez is Echo. She was in the Hawkeye show, and she also had her own spinoff called Echo. I hadn't watched that one yet, though.
I've not seen that.
Okay.
And she was in the Hawkeye show. Hawkeye, I barely remember, man. I remember a Hawkeye and a Hawk Girl.
Yeah.
Arrows everywhere, but that's about it.
Yeah. Brief bit about Maya, as you'll see, kind of as we get farther into her kit. She has, I think it's photographic reflexes.
Let
Mhm.
let me look at the card and tell the people how I feel.
Okay, yeah, I was getting more
Don't
into
give
the
me
hero
future
first.
proof.
Okay, yeah, I was more giving you like heroes, like just in general Marvel stuff. But yeah, we can start off with Alter Ego.
We'll start with Alter Ego. 3 recovery, 6 health, 9 hit points. Pretty standard. I think 10 hit points is a little bit above average. Practice makes perfect as interrupt. When you change the hero form, search your deck for an aspect or basic event and add it to your hand. So she's a 7-card hand on Alter Ego turns.
When you flip up, yes, which is pretty good.
I mean, it's good. She's just straight up good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So go.
So she is a little bit squishier. Most like at 10 is the average hit points. 9 is the lower side.
Yeah, but with that effect, in a pseudo 7-card hand, you get one event that you guarantee that you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a civilian. I don't think there's a lot of civilian cards.
There's the only civilian card. I know there's a resource that says if you're a civilian, it does I think it heals them for 1. So I don't know if she's gonna be shipping with that, but I think there's also an upgrade, but I'm not certain.
It's an interesting card. I think this is good in its own. I don't think the hero is as good as the Alter Ego on this card. It'll be broken.
Okay, so we will go ahead and go to the hero then.
Yeah, the only civilian support is Everyday Hero.
And this is Echo.
I noticed the Defender first.
Mm-hmm.
Are we getting more Defender support?
I forgot you've been completely out of the loop. This next expansion box is Fear No Evil, and it is the Defender's wave. We are getting Daredevil, Echo, and Echo's first hero we're seeing. Luke Cage.
Because martial artist is also a new subtype, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not crazy. Okay. So she's balanced on this side with the 2/2/2 off the top.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. She's going to have some support we know coming probably with Defender and Martial Artist. We just don't have it off on here. And Watch and Learn. So she's learning. Okay. After a player plays an aspect or basic event, tuck that event under here for that player's discard pile. Then if there's 3 or more 3-tuck cards here, discard all 3 of those cards.
No, all but 3 of those cards. So she can have 3 cards tucked under her at once.
Well, she can bump to 4, then she goes back down to 3 immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's not forced, so you can do it. So you can keep certain ones under here. This does nothing at the moment.
That is true. Um, so
Big fat and nothing.
yeah, but the next card is where I think you may start seeing a interesting bit here.
I need a Daredevil team up at this point. Okay. So Ash, okay, that's a new cost up there on the top left. If you are in hero form, well, photographic reflexes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's an interesting title. If you're in hero form, you can discard photographic reflexes from your hand to play an event tucked under Echo as if it were in your hand. Reduce the cost to play that event by 2. You cannot trigger Echo's watch and learn ability for that event. So this turns into a second copy of your best event in your deck. That is not one of her events.
Yes, any base or aspect, but also I'll go back to the hero.
So
Watch and learn says after a player plays one.
So she can feed off the table as well.
Mm-hmm.
I see it. It can be fun. It's so if you go back to the other,
Mm-hmm.
This is a resource card. This is a resource card that is also your best event card or another person's best event card. Like, that's it. It's that simple.
So I have one question for how many of
It's
you?
good.
Yeah, it is. How many of these do you think comes in her kit? How many copies of this?
It's gonna give you 3, isn't it?
It is 6. She has 6 copies of photographic reflexes in her kit.
Wait, how do you? I thought you had a max of 3 you can run.
Mm-mm. So Wakanda Forever in the original Black Panther, I think has 5, and that's the next highest. It's a 4 or 5, I can't remember. But this is hero kit stuff. They don't necessarily follow the same rules.
They don't follow the rules.
Typically, it's 3.
Holy crap!
She's
So
6.
it is. You get to play. You're going to be playing the same event over and over again. Then, well, I guess you can't tuck it back, so you can stockpile to set up that perfect turn, and then just yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yes.
So this thing is going to want to look for two cost events that are impactful.
Yes. And we'll get into more of some of the theory I've read and the theory I've thought of kind of at the end of all of this once we've seen like the full package or everything.
Yeah.
But yes.
We know I'm correct. It's okay.
Yeah, yes. All right. Let's move on to the next one.
Search any player's discard pile for one aspect event, one basic event, or one copy of foot. So this is another copy of photographic reflexes or any other card.
Yes.
Okay. She doesn't have a lot of impact cards. She's relying on having other good events somewhere and repeating that same thing over and over. Or repeating the same effective things over and over again.
Yeah, I think there's a play pattern with her where when you're building her, you probably have like a couple of cards that are you're building for those key cards. But you say
your bread and butter card. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So next one is so Echo is deaf.
Is there French sign language too, or is it just American?
I think realistically, I think almost every language has some sort of sign language.
No, it's more like regional. Like American Sign Language and British Sign Language are like a different thing.
Yeah,
I was making a joke about the cards. Is she gonna have like 4 different sign languages?
I think it's just ASL though. No, at least that's all they showed off. Spoilers that they only show off American Sign Language.
Okay, so you exhaust it, you generate a resource for any event.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is golden. This is great. This is like the best defense deck that we can get, just about.
This is probably one of my favorite cards in the kit, just because, like, oh, cool. You like everyone always needs one more resource for something. It's like, oh, I'll have to pay for that, and then I get to steal it temporarily, and then I'll beat that card to death and give it back to you eventually.
It's good. It's like one of the best resource cards we've seen.
Yes. Yes.
Again, her kit is really good in flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in repeatability, not flexibility.
I think
The
also
issue is
flexibility.
she doesn't have a lot of impact on her own so far.
Mm-hmm.
Like she doesn't have a 6 damage for 3 cards. She doesn't have like a good thwart all the side schemes thing. She doesn't have her own gimmick at all. But whatever she does grab, she can do pretty well.
Yes.
Which I think that's kind of what they're going for.
Yeah. So in the Marvel Comics, Echo's superpower is this photograph reflexes, which means it's kind of like Taskmaster. She's very good at copying other people. She watches someone do something once, and then she can do it. So
Yeah.
that's what they're going for.
She's very on the nose with the whole Echo thing.
I don't know much about her character, like backstory wise. I do know at some point she became the host for the Phoenix Force, and she can talk to ghosts or something. I don't really know. Like, there's more to her character than just this, but they're definitely leaning into, you know, the photographic reflexes for her. Next card is this one, this upgrade.
Okay. Can she become Ariel? That's my next question.
I do not think so.
Improvisation. Okay. 3 cost upgrade. After you play an event, if it has the following traits. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
No. And this isn't exhausted. This is every time.
Every single time.
All those basic events that do this or that now do that plus 1 of each. Okay. This is good. Again, she does everything. None of this is like all these things are slightly underrated. But you get all of them.
Yeah.
So if somebody specializing in anything will do better than her at that one thing, but she can do multiple things at once.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And next is her signature ally.
All right. Daredevil. That's Matt Murdock's Daredevil. 3 costs for 3 health. So, okay. 2 thwart, 2 attack, both with 1 consequential. It's not bad. After Daredevil uses a basic power, reduce the cost of the next event you play by. So he could technically defend, right?
No, that does not count as a basic power.
Okay. So after he thwarts or attacks, and you get a cost reduction. He's good. He's a cost reduction for 3 turns, along with 6 thwart for 3. Yeah. This is just value city for the value players, and the value players are happy. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yes.
Because like there's so many just good two cost events that are just ridiculous with this. Because there is a leadership card. Give me 1 second to think about it. Freaking mission planning. So you can play mission planning 1 turn, attack with Murdock. Well, you can attack with Murdock 1 turn. The next turn, play mission planning. Attack with him again. Have a cost reduction on the next thing. You just you can get mission planning twice, so you can keep him around for 5 turns just by playing mission, and then you can make him into your signature ally and just heal him, and then he goes bananas. You have cost reduction for the rest of the game.
And you have command team, so you could ready him back up because this isn't limited once per phase. This is just the next event you play has cost reduced, so you could ready him back up, do it again, and start dropping 5 cost events.
So no. You have 3 command teams out in Daredevil. You play mission planning. You swing Daredevil command team and swing him command team. You swing him to command team him. So you've swung him 4 times this turn. So your next thing is reduced by 4.
Mm-hmm. That is true. So he when he was revealed, I immediately was like, oh, I'm gonna cameo him into some. I don't know who I'm gonna cameo him with. I'm gonna cameo him into some deck that wants to play events.
In every deck.
Every deck.
He's good.
He is an S tier cameo pick right away. So yes, the Daredevil is coming in the box with her, but also her signature ally.
It's good. There is no other way to just go around it.
Yeah. Yes.
And then stuff like What Doesn't Kill Me is also good. Like this as a defense deck works because it's so resourced. Because all like most of the good defense stuff is either one or two costs. So
Mm-hmm.
like it's ridiculous. Okay.
Yeah. She is coming with the protection precon. So
Yeah.
uh, this is the first one that they have showed off from her kit.
It's an event. You can't play it during the villain turn, but you can block and then reset yourself. I don't see her liking this a lot. I can see other people liking it more. I can see Hercules wanting to play this.
Yeah, but for Hercules, it's if you have Amadeus Cho out, it's a 2 cost.
Amadeus Cho draws you a card. You'll be okay.
Oh, yeah, 100% you will, especially because he does have his resource things. Um, but yeah, if you're not running allies, it's 1 cost ready. I think the only thing equal to this is Limitless Stamina, which is a basic that you can only use if you have 14 hit points.
Yeah. Well, it's the increase of your ally. So if you're playing like Super Defender where you don't have a lot of allies, it'll be great. But if you're doing chunk blocking, it doesn't work as well.
Yeah. So this is a theme for her protection deck she comes with. I have a feeling her precon is just going to have Daredevil in it. There are not going to be any new protection allies we were getting in her kit. We may get 1 or 2, but more than likely she doesn't actually care about playing them.
Okay.
So the next one is
Get their attention. 2 cost event, so it matches into the other. Defense Thwart, which is good because that triggers the other one, right?
mm-hmm. Triggers both of their improvisation.
Which means this actually goes into a lot of other decks when you think like Gamora and a lot of other ones. Because it's a thwart.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But anything with the 2 types that's like a defense thwart, defense aggression, whatever, or defense attack, it's always nice to see those. When an enemy initiates an attack, remove 3 threat from a scheme. So
Yes.
this is just thwarting on the villain's turn.
Yeah, this is Powerful Punch, but for removing threat.
I'm glad to see it. Protection needed a little bit more thwart, and I think this is a good way to give it to them.
I think so too. I especially like that this is, since it's like Powerful Punch, you can steal an attack this way.
Yeah.
This is probably my favorite one
In-harm's
in her kit.
I enjoy the Ronin reference here. 3 with a star. They really went ham with putting stars on the cost. It's going to really make me not happy when I play these cards. In Harm's Way, it's an attack thwart, so we get the double on that. Increase the cost of this by 1 for each ally you control. So yeah, this is definitely like pushing you to that solo. I don't have anybody else near me. Deal X damage to an enemy and remove X threat from a scheme where X is your defense. Hamana hamana ha?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take that back. If this was a defense attack or defense thwart, or a defense attack thwart, it would be amazing. But because you're not doing it during the villain's turn, it steps down a little bit, but it's still really good. Because there's not a lot of events that are going to buff your defense during your turn. Unless you're forcing attacks into you during your turn, which there's a card that does that, lets you draw. So you could do a big combo with that.
No, because it's so I know what you're thinking. Most of those defense ones that boost your defense are for that attack. It doesn't last for the rest, but this does work repurpose.
Yes, you are right. You said repurpose?
Your repurpose is an older event. Discard a tech upgrade you control, and boost your attack thwart or defense by the cost of that card, and it readies you
into the round. Yeah, so yeah, I could see this with the repurpose. Yeah, but then you have to have a tech upgrade, and preferably an expensive tech upgrade that you can have stick around.
Yeah, which I'm not a big repurpose fan. I'm not super into it. But I did see this and think, oh, cool, this goes with my magic deck that just easily hits 6 defense.
Yeah, this I don't see this with her as much. I might be crazy, but it works. Like, I'm nothing against it.
Yeah, I don't think you're crazy. I think she's not going to have a super high defense base precon. You could build her that way. I think the biggest thing here is the attack thwart and that like combos with her. But you're not crazy. The next one, since you referenced Ronin,
That is Ronan.
it is.
The title. We got a new title finally. Yeah, it's good. I don't care. I don't. I read two things on the card. One cost upgrade plus one defense. The retaliation just the gilding on this card. This is great.
Yeah.
This is for people that do not want to play with allies, and this makes it work so much better.
Mm-hmm.
You can have Nightcrawler now have retaliate too.
Magic
You
has
have a lot of
retaliate
characters
too.
get threat. What?
Magic has retaliate too with this.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters, but
Yeah.
this gives them that little bit more edge.
Yeah. I am very excited for this Ronin archetype they're introducing in her kit.
And there's going to be several characters that'll play with it, because it used to feel like you needed to throw allies in your deck, but with this, you're getting that little bit of a buff for not playing any.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if they're going to do other things like that. If you control no supports, you get this other bonus with other things.
I see that less than allies because so we didn't. You haven't read the article about the expansion box. So some of the stuff we see from some of the villains we have in this box that's coming are kind of anti-ally stuff. I think me and you have talked about Bullseye and how he snipes out allies. He can actually just remove them from the game. But there's other stuff where they're not saying don't play allies, but they are kind of doing the, carrot stick thing where it's like, we aren't saying don't play allies, but we will reward you if you don't chump block, if you don't play allies, if you don't do this certain thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a very, very good, smart way to go about it.
Okay.
And we have one more card. Since you asked for a team up.
Well, once I saw the second card, like the primary, the photogenic, I knew that this was going to be a thing because like they drew both characters on the cards so much.
Mm-hmm.
See no evil, hear no evil. God. Are we gonna have a 3-way team up with like who's the one that has like a tuning fork for an emblem that lives on the moon?
Black Bolt.
Black Bolt. We're gonna get him and we're gonna 3-way team up of see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
I can only hope so.
I'm calling it.
I hope so.
God. Here action attack thwart, so it's everything she wants. Choose two of the following. You may choose the same one twice. Yeah, it's a team up. It's very impactful. Like very impactful.
It is.
It counts as 2 attacks, 2 thwarts, or attack and a thwart. Well, no,
yes.
Counts as playing 1 card, but you have 2 different actions. It's great. It's fun.
Yeah.
Look forward to it, So we finally get a Daredevil as a main hero.
Yeah. And she can play this, tuck it, and then play it again with photographic reflexes.
God, no.
For
so that just becomes the game. Like you're doing that every other turn then.
Well, not every other turn, because you could have other stuff. So I saw a YouTube comment that made me think, since you're playing this multiplayer, you're playing her in multiplayer, and someone else plays a team up event, you can steal someone else's team up event, tuck it,
and then play it.
And then play it. Because I looked at the ruling, team up only says you can only include this in your deck if you are one of these 2 identities. And you can only play it if both of these characters are in play.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's nothing keeping her from playing with Wolverine and Jubilee and doing their team up event.
It's just unfortunate, like they don't have team ups with anybody else. That would be a fun deck though. It's like, oops, all team ups. Where you're just stealing team ups.
Yeah. So one of the other things. So I was thinking about it. She's incredibly good with drop kick. The aggression one that stuns. Because she can play 1-cost drop kick with a single fist resource, and just keep recurring that over and over. The villain never gets to attack. and you keep drawing cards.
Yeah, in solo, because she can repeat things, anything that just stuns outright like that will be like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Again, you're only going to do it twice in a row at most, though, because the card that lets you play the card tells you that you can't activate her ability for the rest of the turn.
No, no.
So you have to play it. What?
It doesn't say that.
It does. Go back to it. You cannot trigger Echo's watch and learn ability for that event.
For that event, for this
Yeah.
activate.
Okay. But you can only you can't repeat that same event over and over again. That event has to go to your discard, which means you can put another event in there for next turn, but you can't just hold one event in there the whole game unless you design your deck to do that.
Yes. She does have this bit of recursion, which I think most people are speculating she's got 2 copies of Study the Tape. So she can...
Yeah. And this makes sense in case you're relying on one specific card and you run through all 3 copies in 2 hands. Like, this is just to help you not get screwed.
Yeah.
Again, her kit's really good. She has really good cost reduction, but she has nothing in her kit that does anything above rate.
Yeah, she's very reliant on the build. I think one of the ideas I have for her is to run full body charge, which is the 4 cost, to 8 damage. Just run her in Hone Technique, so you're dropping 12 damage full body charges on...
I think her most fun will be with multiplayer games where somebody runs events that break like other what are they called? Other archetypes. So like if you're playing, like you put aggression defenses in a protection deck then. And like you can get some really wacky, zany things going on. I think that's where the most fun with her is. I think if you're playing solos, her most competitive is going to be repeatedly stunning and confusing. Which, to me personally, that's not as fun as zany defense ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Or just like stealing events that you shouldn't have. But again, that's somebody else's cup of tea.
Yeah. I think she's going to be a blast to play in multiplayer. I'm going to enjoy playing her solo too, but I think multiplayer, especially being able to like feed off your other players, that's where she shines.
Yeah. I don't think she's like the most fun thing ever by herself. I feel like by herself she can get real repetitive, and somebody is going to love that she can be that repetitive. I'm not that person.
Yeah, I'm interested in building for her to see what sort of dumb gimmicks I can pull off with her, and I'm gonna enjoy playing the hyper damage build, or like the one that eternally confuses everything. But it's someone day 2, I imagine probably day 1, will have the ideal expert Ronin, expert Magneto, expert Red Skull, expert Apocalypse 2 tested version of this that's the most efficient and optimal we're going to see. But there's plenty of, kind of like Wonder Man. I think there's a lot of room for interesting deck build with her because she can recur so easily. Like Clobber, imagine Clobber, like you play it once and then you just kind of like keep banking it over and over again since it returns to your hand after you play it. It's the first one you play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works. Yeah.
Like, it's goofy, it's silly, and it's gonna be fun, I think. You have any other thoughts on Echo?
Stealing other hero events. She kind of has like you get to steal other people's stuff. And so I'm trying to figure out like where do you like, is there anything really interesting with that, or are you just taking things as you need them? Hey, we really need to stun this villain every turn. Take my stun so we can do it next turn. That kind of thing.
I think her niche is kind of like we've been addressing this whole time, is in versatility. It's if you're playing with a Justice player and all of a sudden the villain gets 2 schemes, two extra schemes you weren't expecting in a row. It's like, oh, we need to recur my 1 threat removal I have in my hand as many times as possible this turn. So I'm gonna play it, you steal it, and you play it, and then we're gonna see what we can do to kind of get threat down.
She can still Gamora's cross counter.
No, it specifies basic or aspect. She cannot steal hero cards. Yeah.
Okay. That gets it a little bit more sticky then.
Yeah, but also more balanced because so like
Yeah.
imagine stealing Thor's hammer throw. Like Rogue can already steal Thor's hammer throw. It'd be goofy to do that with her as well.
I just wish she could have flight so that way I could run aerial stuff. That's my only complaint. Other than that, she'll be fun.
I think so too.
Make the Call would be a fun one to steal too.
Uh, I'm not as fond on that one because it's already a zero cost, and there's nothing to really reduce when you do photographic reflexes on that. It's still a zero cost. You're not reducing the cost of the ally you're pulling out. I think it would be useful every now and then to have one banked underneath you just in case you need to call up an ally. Um, but like it by itself is not great.
I think it works though. Like, it's not bad, just it's there.
Yeah.
Like there's just not. There's a good bit of cards to do it with, but yeah, it's just, she's gonna just be picking up good cards for the moment and be able to replay them twice with
Hmm.
a discount. So you're gonna try to find cards that you really want to play with her, preferably 2 cost cards that you can just keep hammering on to people.
Hmm.
So yeah. Um this she's kind of flat in the fact that like she doesn't do anything super flashy. She's just like I just repeat the same thing over and over again.
But she could
So
be
I
repeating
don't know how
flashy
I feel
stuff.
about it. If she can get the flashy thing there and can get it above rate.
Which, I mean, yeah. Theoretically, I think she'll be good enough at it since she can go search for that when she flips up from Alter Ego. She can go get that card in her hand. So it shouldn't be hard for her to have exactly what she needs in the moment if it's in her deck.
And then she has stuff like there's a lot of good cards that she's not going to be able to play because they have that resource requirement. Like a lot of the 2 cost cards that are really good effects have some sort of restriction.
Well, some of those, so it reduced cost to play them. You can still pay for them. So some of those that have like pay an energy resource to get the kicker, or it requires a certain resource to do, you can still pay that cost, even though the cost has been reduced. It'll have that requirement. You can still pay it. It's just, you're not getting the full effect.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts?
That's pretty much it on it. It's not bad, not good, but it's pretty great for the 2 extremes. For the characters that want to do for people that want to do zany things, and the people that want to repeat the same thing. It's great. But if you want to be somewhere that plays like a normal game, this is not a normal game character. This is not your Thor. This is not your like those like I do this thing well and this one thing only. That's not what this character is. It's in that middle. I think that's good. It's unique.
Yeah. It has me very excited to see Daredevil because here, spoilers when that article comes out. The only thing I think we know about Daredevil is he's coming with his own little side deck called the Sense deck, and we know nothing of how it functions. So I'm very interested in seeing what his Sense deck will be.
It's gonna be something about like his. It's gonna be. You have 5 senses, right? He
Mhm.
doesn't have sight, so it's gonna be the other 4 senses. It's gonna be hearing, seeing, not hearing, see. It's gonna be hearing, touch, taste, smell.
Maybe, but we don't know what those do.
100%. Each one's a different aspect. One
No.
heals,
Mm-mm.
one defends, one attack, one thwart. And it's gonna be like their upgrades to him, and as soon as he like unlocks his full power, he becomes like a god. That's my crazy prediction. He's gonna have 4 things that become permanent upgrades.
I feel like that's way. My theory is they will be they'll be augmenting the events he plays. He'll play an event, and he'll have like the top card of the Sense deck face up, kind of like the Doctor Strange Invocation deck, and the top card will say, if you're playing a something event, boost it in some way. So you'll be having to kind of build him to be either versatile or specialized. Being like, oh, if his top card says, if it's a thwart event, confuse the villain. I don't know exactly how it works, but that's my theory.
Nah.
That's my theory is that he's going to be modifying the events you play. But
I think
hopefully
they're
we
gonna be
see,
just upgrades.
yeah. Hopefully we get that article in 2 weeks and we can have this, reveal on air for you. of how wrong you are about it being upgrades.
You want me to be wrong, but I'm not.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank y'all for coming out and hearing our thoughts on this and seeing Oscar's first impressions of Echo. Come back, every Tuesday we're playing something. Every Sunday I'm uploading more Marvel Champions. Thursdays, Witch vs. the World. And hopefully we'll be talking about an article next time we get one.
All right, y'all have a good one.
See you later.